Welcome to PageBlast, the show that invites its audience and the fickle whims of fate to participate in the creative process. Each week your hosts, Yog and D-Man, armed only with their wits, your suggestions, and the roll of the dice, will endeavour to complete for you a roughly hewn graphic narrative that is not just any random comic in PageBlast. We're up. G'day, D-Man.
We are. Well, welcome to PageBlast, where we create a 3-page comic right before your eyes within the hour. If that sounds too easy, we're going to spice it up with some random generator, which will decide what genre, characters, locations, and story with your help. So join us in the comments and let's get started. Yog, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Excellent.
Looking forward to
practice.
this. Yes.
Let's get some practice drawings going on.
Oh, well, and while we're picking, our first issue is picking a genre, isn't it?
It's picking a genre, which I think we're going to have a list right here. And our list of genres today...
Oh, let's have a little list come up then.
All right.
So tell me about your day. Well, I get this.
The day's been fun, no doubt about it. Busy as usual, but now it's good because here we are, relaxing and doing what we like the most, being creative. How's yours?
Chaos as usual.
Excellent.
But, now sanity prevails and we're here picking our genre.
Well, that's what art's all about, isn't it? It's about, becoming sane after being insane and then going insane again.
Yes. So,
and we're going to do that tonight because we've got 8 choices here for our genre.
Yes.
And what we would like to do is obviously roll our dice.
Okay, so we've
got us kicked off.
That's right. And here we go. And
this is a great dice roller, isn't it?
It is.
If we can get it to work well, of course.
We can.
Which we will.
We can. Here we go. And we need to pick one from 8, don't we?
Oh,
we need
go.
To pick...
That's science fiction.
That's
Number 2 is science fiction.
That is, but that's only a six-sided dice.
Ah, yes, we've got 8, of course. Do we have a D8? We've got a D8, of course we do.
Okay. So
let's start again. Let's grab the D8. I thought we only had 6 in the choice then. Sorry, that's my bad. But
sorry,
yeah.
Super organization, disorganization.
That's all right. Yeah. A D8. Let's get the D8.
All right, here we go. Oh, we got.
Right, what have we got now?
We got 2.
We got a D4 and a D2. That's not going to do it either.
Let's get
Where's
rid
the
of all
D8?
this. Here we go. We've got a 1. We've got a 2-sided dice and a
4-sided dice. That gives us 3.
That's
okay. All right. So 3 plus 2 is 5. What's our romance? Oh, okay. Here we go.
Really? Is that what we've got? Oh, that's God. Okay, so it's a romance. Here we go. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just get into let's just do that.
Yep. Here we go. So
romance.
Romance. Oh,
now we need to pick. Now we need to pick a location.
We do. What have we got on our list?
We've got a couple of lists here, and I think we tried experimenting with this because we wanted to have a couple of locations happening.
Okay.
But let's look at list number 1. In fact, what I'll do is I'll add these. Do we have a D20?
A D20. I will get a D20 organized for us.
Do that, and I'll prepare this.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
So,
I wonder if it's going to fit on screen. Let's see. We've got 20 locations to play with here.
All right.
Exactly 20 locations.
We've rolled. I don't know what that is.
Actually, I think that'll change in a moment. It'll get back to being...
I'm going to roll again.
Okay, that's an 18 that you've rolled on a D20.
Was it? How do you know which one it is?
Did it say D20 when you were selecting it?
Yes, it said D20.
It looks like one.
Oh, it says 12. I said 12. It says 12.
It says 12, but it comes up as a 20. Oh, okay.
No, that's what we've rolled. You can see this.
Okay, so we rolled a 12?
Yes, we've rolled a 12.
All right, so it's a romance underwater.
Another underwater one.
It's underwater.
Oh god, we had
romance.
We had that last week, but it was a thriller.
We had it in a practice run before, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, here we go then. I've just got to remember
romance, underwater.
Underwater.
Now we got to go for our characters.
Underwater. Don't we normally have... I think we... Underwater. Wow.
Yeah.
Romance underwater.
Okay, we got characters coming up next.
Okay, let's pick some characters.
Let's get two of them. Let's get two characters so we can get this romance happening with them.
Okay. Don't I normally have to be drawing by now?
No, we'll get there.
And I drawing the location.
We got the genre. We got the location. Now we just need the characters, and then we'll start drawing straight away.
Okay.
We'll roll for the first beat of the story. But first, let's get these characters.
Right. Okay. So we've got characters here.
Yep. Okay. We've got 12 choices.
Yep.
And I think if we get that character list.
There we go. And we normally do 2 rolls for this, don't we?
We will do 2 rolls for this one to get 2 characters in. Yeah. All right. So you got the genre up right now. And
so it's 12. We need 12 of these.
There we go.
Sided
characters.
dice.
Okay. We've got 12 characters. Let's get a D12. That's a D.
What does D?
10. That's a 10. D for dice.
What does D stand for?
D stands for dice. So it's like a D. It's like role play dice. There's D12s, D10s. That's a D. That looks like a D12. It is. You're right. Okay. So it's a 7. Okay. First character. A priest.
Okay. Okay. A priest, and once again another roll. Let's roll again.
Yes. Here we go. It's hovering. It's hovering. Number 1, a gunslinger and a priest.
Oh, right. A priest.
Well, that actually might be really cool and underwater.
Well, these are characters. We don't have to say what part of the equation these are actually in. We could make the priest... Okay, I know what's going... It's underwater. Really?
Underwater. It's going to be a challenge.
Really, we really had to make it underwater, didn't we?
We had to, yeah. So, there's no turning back. This is what it's all about. Let's go.
I have not practiced doing any drawing at all
Get the shapes working.
So I have no idea what I'm going to do today. I have not done
it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Okay, so this is looking to be stupid already. I'm so tempted to go stupid because we have... Oh, hang on, he's a gunslinger.
It's a gunslinger.
Hang on. Okay, so really, gunslinger. I'll just. Oh god. Okay. Oh no. It's
all right.
Okay, so here we go.
They're the 2 characters, right?
Wait.
The premise is it's a romance. It doesn't necessarily mean that these 2 have to fall in love or whatever, anything like that. The genre itself's a romance. Maybe they're here to help.
Wait. I've got something here.
Yeah, I can see that.
See, I think that what we've got here is this isn't
Is that a dolphin?
No. Okay, you got me. That's meant to be. Maybe that's.
Well, they had the dolphin happening.
Is this? I think this is far too ridiculous. And
that's looking like a dolphin so far.
This.
All right.
This.
Okay.
Okay. Let's back out of that. That's backing out of that.
You're backing out of the dolphin. Okay.
But it's a romance, and there's a priest involved. Okay. So we've got 2 characters so far. and we know it's a romance. I don't know anything about romances. I don't know how to do that.
It's my least favorite genre ever.
It's
what on earth is your cowboy doing?
What's that thing? That's
exactly.
It's meant to be. It's a gun.
God.
It's a gun.
It's a gun. All right. Yeah. Well, it is a gun in more ways than one.
Okay. So.
All right.
You know what? I think.
Well, maybe the priest stole the cowboy's girlfriend.
Yeah, that's exactly
underwater.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, because that's why.
Because it'll be boring if the priest and the cowboy got together anyway, right? It's just boring. Whatever.
Yeah,
it's got to be more exciting than that.
I'm not shocked by that. Dolphin, much more shocking.
Yeah, the dolphin was a good attempt, but Okay, look, here's the go, right?
Yeah.
We've got our priest.
Well, I'm just starting off with I don't know how we're going to make this underwater. I mean,
yeah, that's okay. That's okay. What we'll do is we'll get another dice roll happening, and we're going to do that for the page. This is essentially our first page, right? The first page we're going to roll for the start of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So we know we've got the priest, we know we've got the cowboy, and we know it's a romance. Now let's get page 1's start.
Okay.
The start page. In other words, a D12 when you're ready.
Oh, we need a dice now, do we?
We need a D12, yeah.
Okay,
but when you're ready.
Well, what are we rolling for exactly?
We're rolling for the start of this story.
Oh, if it's a happy, sad,
exactly. Or we've got 12
We've got some criteria. Here. So let's have a look at it.
We've got some criteria here. That's correct.
What our criteria might be.
Yep. The list has 12 in it. There's bleak, happy, birth, death, robbery, breakup, war, party, ocean, quest, journey, travel, injury, and kidnapping. Quest, journey, travel's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So a D12 will give us the answer.
That's kidnapping. So and all those kind of things. So.
Oh. Okay. Yep. Is that the roll? No, you haven't rolled yet.
It was a D. How many?
It's a D12.
It's a D12.
Which is the one you've got out at the moment. So just grab that.
Good.
Nice roll. 12. It is a kidnapping. Now it's starting to work.
That's what we had last week. This whole random experience is proving to be...
Yes, but it's kind of different still. It's still different.
Did we have a kidnapping last week?
We had one in the practice run.
We had a kidnapped monkey.
We did. The monkey got kidnapped. Okay, well, let's roll again then. If that's the case, we don't have to have it the same as last week.
All right, you roll again.
Yeah. All right, so now we got a 6. A breakup.
All right, we're through.
It's a breakup.
That's
the romance is working already.
That's handy.
So page 1's all about a breakup.
Right.
All right. So, all right. So the gunslinger and the priest have broken up.
Okay. I think. I think.
And,
I mean, this might be a bit of a cop out, but why don't we make it a female gunslinger?
Well, no. I mean, look, he found out that the priest was cheating on he found out that the priest was basically with his missus, and page 1 is the breakup. And how do you define the breakup?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Maybe he's just blowing the priest away, like what I'm sort of seeing happening here. You got him lying on the ground. I'm assuming that's the priest on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is going to be the... He's falling. He's falling. And we've got some kind of... It's very important to make the appropriate sound effects. To explain away the bad drawing. So otherwise...
It's all right. It's working. Just got to keep it up. It's a 6-shooter. classic Smith and Wesson.
Yeah. Really is. I don't know anything about guns. What I know, there was a Colt 45. If that was an old one or a new one, or what, anything.
Yeah, they've been around. I don't know too much about them either, but I think watching enough westerns, you can tell. You can tell what they've got. Now that. Okay, so he's actually blowing him away because you've got the left hand coming up for some kind of rapid fire thing.
Yeah, he's
Oh no. Well, there you go. So first cell, our first.
That might
frame.
not be the first. It may not have to be the first cell, really.
Okay.
That's happened. We've made that happen. So maybe it could be.
It could come in at the second.
Oh dear.
And
yes, I just have to change something here because I modified something accidentally the other day while doing something else.
Right.
What it is this.
Like a border size or a brush
Yes,
size?
it was
Okay,
a border size.
Nice.
Change the size. There you go.
Good old Clip Studio. Always good to get out of a little bit of a jam every now and then.
Okay. It's a little bit janky, but we've got a frame.
We've got a frame?
We can actually change that brush size again. Never too late.
This first page is dealing with a breakup.
Okay, so
so Gunslinger shows up, blows away the priest.
I want to know how this is underwater at this point in time. What is
maybe
this location?
Maybe the priest murdered his woman and tried to throw her in the lake, and now he's got to go underwater and look for her.
Oh, okay. Dumping the body.
Uh-huh.
It's a romance, right?
It's a romance. Doesn't mean we can't throw a little bit of,
Yep.
anything, as long as it falls within that realm of the story of it being a romance.
Yes.
Bad things happen in romance. And good things.
So, why don't we make this at the end of the page, right?
That could be a possibility, yeah. Let's put that there.
We could actually have something else happen before this. So,
yes,
he sees them cheating.
Yes.
So, let's put a new frame in. And I'm going to just do 2 more frames while I'm at it. What the hell?
Oh, that's a big brush.
Is
it defaulting to a giant brush, is it?
Yeah, I did something the other day, and obviously I've caused confusion by doing so.
That's what Control Z's all about.
Yes. Not so much control. So it's underwater. He's going to put those... He's going to put that priest...
She's got stones wrapped around her feet, so she's sinking.
But this is the priest. He's killing the priest, not the girlfriend.
No, I was just thinking...
He's going to try and make them relationship work, isn't he?
Yeah. Maybe the priest was trying to kill her. Hence why he's thrown her into the lake and she's gone underwater, and need a reason to get him underwater, because that's the main location here.
Oh, I think I know. I know. I think I'm going to have to keep it a secret, unless. Hang on a second. I'm going to mute myself, and I'm going to tell you, and the audience will have to suffer. Okay, so wait a second.
All right.
I'm disappearing now.
I wonder what the gang is going to think about that.
Yeah, well,
All right.
you guys don't know what's going to happen. I'd already decided, unless we might have to modify what happens if the dice makes it so. So anyway,
Okay, so Yog's going to unmute himself unless...
I'm
No,
long
unmuted.
I'm
Okay.
long unmuted. Yes.
All right. Well, I wasn't sure when you were going to unmute, but fair enough.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So that plan, you think that's an okay?
Yeah, I think that's going to work. Yeah.
All right. So
Let's
I might
get
just
that in the frame.
Might just put a little building here.
Right.
Just to. So it's a gunslinger, so it makes it a western, even though it's.
Well, gunslingers, they can be, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do... Where are these... He's caught them kissing, or something. Or...
Yeah.
In canoodling?
Yeah.
How do we do that? Is this guy a bad man? Shall we toss to see if he's a bad man and a good man, or a good man?
Well, do we have a table for such a thing?
We don't need it. It's like A or B, isn't it? Let's see.
It's an A or a B.
So this is...
So it's a 1d4 is probably the best way, or an odd or an even on any die. Odd and even on a 12.
Okay, so...
Fine.
All right.
Odd, he's bad. Even, he's good. He's good.
He's good. All right.
Right. Okay. So the priest is bad. This is interesting.
Okay. So the priest is being a bad man to to his beloved. Right?
Yep.
Let's try and make this screen zoom in a bit better for everyone. Yeah. Running. Okay. So he's caught the priest. It's going to be... I'm going to have to draw violence again. I can't think of any other way of doing it but more violence.
When in doubt, draw violence.
Okay, so he's hit the girlfriend or love interest, who's wearing one of those big dresses.
Yeah.
From the Victorian times. He's a bad priest. He's a very bad priest. You can't really see that he's a priest here, but maybe if I put pews?
Yeah, it's in the church.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, it's underwater. Underwater church. I don't know.
Well,
the underwater thing's really made it.
We'll get to the underwater.
We'll get to it.
Yeah,
I haven't forgotten it.
No. We'll remember this. Okay, I'm just gonna, because we have very little time. How are we going for that?
We're going good.
When
we get to page 2, it'll be another story dice roll.
Have we spent 15 minutes yet? I have no idea.
I think we are. Where are we? Yeah, we're a little over time at the moment. I'll just say that.
Okay. All right, so I'm just going to do some kind of stained glass window here.
Yeah.
Oh no, it looks like the Boognish. The Boognish? You know what that is?
The what?
You remember that band Ween?
Which band?
Ween.
Oh, Ween, yeah.
Yeah, and they had that little picture that went with their little face, a smiley face with a great big grin on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
almost that.
That's actually called the Boognish, that thing.
Right.
I only just found that out. Didn't know that.
So this
Okay.
other frame that we've got room for is probably the look on our gunslinger's face.
Yep.
Possibly a speech bubble, some kind of what the motif.
Okay, yes, so he's coming through the doorway. Let's just make him burst through the doorway with my just frame, and let's just gamble on whether it's going to be giant size frame or not. Okay. Good. And drawing simple picture. It's starting to make sense now. There's always that initial panic when we roll those dice, isn't there? It's like, how can we make any sense of this? I think the main thing is that they did say our dice did roll. Come up with underwater, which
we'll still honour that. So
which we got away with last week.
We did, yeah, but this time's a little different.
Because it was a thriller.
Yeah. So we're in the doorway now. Look at that. He's come in. He's seen the priest do the deal with the violence. He's about to retaliate.
I might have to. Have I crossed the line? The 180 degrees line here. I have. If he's the guy, he's good here, but not here on the first panel. I should flip that whole thing so that he's shooting in the right direction.
Or you could split that panel up into two. You've got him there at the doorway. Then you can get a close-up of his expression of what he's seen. Then you swap that out with the priest hitting her, as in you put it before that, and I think that could cover your line cross. Maybe. You have to look at it really, I guess. I'm just imagining that could work.
I'm just going to do a nice close-up of this guy here, the priest and his...
Oh, you want to do a priest close-up? Okay.
I don't actually know which one's which. Is that? I don't know which one's Catholic or Protestant. If it's I don't even know. There's a little single one, or the whole collar all the way round. So we'll just I'm just going to check if I think we've lost D-Man. So 1 second, please. Okay, welcome back. We lost you there for a moment, D-Man.
Yeah, so someone dropped out. Whether it was me or you, I'm not sure. Either way, we're back. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Right.
So here's a
simulated ad break or something.
Yeah, it was. And thanks to our sponsors. We don't have that. Okay. So this is the priest.
This frame will be split up in... Oh, no, that's still one frame, isn't it? We're just looking at it from the over the shoulder of the priest.
Yeah, he's looking back. He's been caught out.
Okay.
And he's looking back over his shoulder.
That actually is interesting.
And he's seen the not happy.
Yeah, I think he's covered your line cross with that one.
I'm more worried about the other panel. I'll just get to it, and I think this first panel here. Oh, that's not it. This one here. I think this one's the offending panel that needs to be fixed. Yes, to make.
Okay, so you've done a flip, have you?
Yes, I've flipped the priest hitting the young lady. And I'm gonna just terrible violence, and not much detail going on in these pictures, but I think that communicates what we've got anyway. So let's keep moving.
Okay, so we'll go to page 2.
Page 2.
All right, we're going to roll for the middle of the story now, so we'll get a D12 up.
Okay, 1 second. Next page. Add a page.
It's certainly going to be a challenging one today, that's for sure. But we're going all right. We've got to keep remembering the underwater. The underwater element has not been forgotten.
Underwater is yet.
We're just fighting our way to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So. Zoom that in nice and big. Yeehaw.
We do when you're ready to get the dice.
Yes. Trying to manage this thing here. Okay. I put that there.
Right.
All right. Okay. Close that window. Okay. Closing the window. There it is. Good. All right. So now we have.
We need a D12 when you're ready.
A D12. And why? What are we deciding here? What's?
We're deciding the middle of the story, which was page 2.
The middle of the story. Okay. And we need a 12. That's a 12, isn't it?
So look, that is.
Yes, it's a 12.
Oh. Okay,
I've got 11. 11.
Right. So 11 tells us an injury.
An injury.
Well, that's obvious.
Okay, an injury. Yeah, you know what? The irony, it's one of those ironic situations, because what was the last page? Oh.
That's right.
If I check the other page.
Page 2's got to be checked,
Page 2. We'll just have a quick look at that.
So we're left with the priest on the ground being blown away.
And we'll go to page 2. So he's been shot. Injury. That was lucky, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See, no one saw that, so they didn't see.
Well, alternatively, what we could do here as well is a little bit of a modification.
Yes.
The priest may have just seen him come through the door previously and also took out a gun and took a shot. And the shot hit our gunslinger.
Oh. Ah, yes.
Even though the priest was blown away anyway. But he'd let off a shot. So now cover our
about
injury.
Yes. How about the woman here, in fact, so maybe he can pull out a gun now.
Yeah. We can do that too to save re-editing any of the first frames from page 1.
Yeah.
Give that a go.
Because, yes, he was the bad guy. He did hit this other character.
Now keep in mind, she was hit by him exactly. Yeah. So
Yes.
what's she doing when she's leaning over? She's obviously gonna do something to him, right? Like beat him up even more.
I'm not really sure. I just started drawing this.
He did just hit her. Maybe she just didn't want him to die.
Yeah, because she's
because that's a
person.
bad thing.
Yeah, because maybe it wasn't just a priest, but it was her father.
Oh my goodness!
This is the kind of stuff.
Gunslinger thought.
This is the kind of stuff that happens in romances, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't watch a lot of them.
Tragic ones.
I actually saw one the other night. I don't believe I actually watched it. I got a little bit desperate on Netflix, and just
very easy.
What am I going to watch now? And ended up watching. It was actually a lot like a PageBlast. If you think about what the story was, it was a romance in a Holocaust camp.
Oh, which film was that?
Between a Nazi and a young black lady.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that a recent film? Or
yes, it was. It was a recent film. It had. Yeah, that's what it was. It was like a PageBlast. They got, oh, look what we've rolled. How are we going to do this?
It was so unpredictable, multi-layered.
How are we going to do this? This guy's in the SS.
Yeah.
He works at the camp.
They pulled
he
it
works
off.
At the camp, and well, and his dad was. Spoiler alert. By the way, no, I can't tell you because that would be wrong to say what actually happened.
Well, we'll keep that one in mind then.
But
a Nazi romance movie on Netflix, everyone.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be difficult to find. Now, what we have here is the priest dying.
Yeah.
And we think, well, it's her dad, actually. And the gunslinger made a terrible choice now. Who is supposed to be the good guy?
So it is
getting pretty tragic.
It is, and maybe contrary to what we'd expect, because he hit this woman. Maybe
Daddy hitting the daughter for being a naughty girl for some.
Well,
it
looked like he hit her kind of really. That was
real hard.
Yeah. But it's one of those. It's one of those families, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. One of those families. Yeah.
It's one of those families where she's going to be quite cheesed off, and I think she's going to take a shot at the gunslinger.
Oh, that would be beautifully tragic.
That would be right for one of these romance stories, isn't it? Because that's what happens, isn't it? It's like Romeo and Juliet. Actually, that's what I thought when I was watching that the Nazi thing. I thought this is like your ultimate Romeo and Juliet. I mean, talk about from different gangs. These guys were from different gangs,
right?
And they had to keep it secret. He had to walk around the camp, Schnell and all that kind of stuff. Well, and
I'm intrigued.
yeah, and bully her around and all that kind of stuff because everyone was
Are
watching.
you sure it was a romance?
It was. It was. It was. It actually had an Australian actor in it who played the mum. It
Oh,
was
okay.
Abby Cornish.
Oh, yeah. She's great.
And the father of the young Nazi, who was also an SS man, was, I don't know, he was one of those guys who used to be a Doctor Who. He was one of the doctors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Name. It's kind of. He looks very Germanic. He's got one of those. He's Germanic faces.
One of the older doctors.
The very first one of the new Welsh batch of Doctor Who's.
Okay.
That, you know, when they started making them and the Welsh lot.
Well, I do confess I've only been a Tom Baker fan, so I'm not really interested in any of the other doctors.
Mm-hmm. That's really funny. You know how you shouldn't really ever talk about your dreams, and I just remembered a really odd dream, and I always hated Doctor. Well, I don't hate Doctor Who. I don't mind Doctor Who. It's a great idea, but I never really rushed out to watch it, and not a fan. But I don't. It's good. It's good. It's a good thing. But and certainly the TARDIS is a great idea. But I was very surprised to actually have a dream where I was watching a new episode of Doctor Who, and it was Tom Baker had come back again, and they
Amazing.
Is he dead?
Well, it's possible. Well, you mean in real life?
Yeah.
No, I think he's still around, isn't he? We'll double check.
So anyway, yeah, I had a
pretty
dream
sure
where
he's still around.
Tom Baker was the Doctor again, and you'd actually have to convince me that didn't happen because it was very realistic. It's strange to know a dream happened. Okay.
Yeah, he's very much alive.
Oh, good.
And still making movies.
Good.
He's actually doing video games too, from the looks of it.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing voiceovers for video games, and he's done a lot of work. Tom Baker, he's a legend. Right, so what do we got here? We've got the gunslinger's close-up.
Yeah, he's just got a close-up just for the sake of a close-up, really.
Because he thinks he's done the right thing, perhaps.
Yeah.
So we probably get another frame there showing her taking a gun out to shoot the gunslinger.
That's right. That's what's going to happen. Okay. These frames are a bit big, aren't they? I'm going to have to...
It's all right. We can obviously adjust them, yeah. If we have room for two more, then that would nail the injury aspect of this story, being the middle.
That's right. That's how we're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed that I had a dream about Doctor Who.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
It is.
I wish I was in a Doctor Who world. Wouldn't want to take on those Sontarans though. They're a bit nasty. The Daleks, yeah, they're kind of cool.
Sontarans, they're the little dwarfy ones that look like
oh, they're not really little. They're still humanoid size, but they got big heads and they're really strange and dangerous.
Thick necks.
Yeah, those ones. Nasty alien creatures, or whatever the hell they were. They freaked me out when I was a kid.
The ones that freaked me out when I was a kid, I don't know what they're called. Almost did. But they have kind of suckers on their faces and all over them. They got all like little octopus suckers all over them.
Oh, I think that was another... Yeah. Yes, I vaguely remember those. It was one creature, wasn't it? It was just like one ridiculous creature that had that. And
No, there was a whole
it's a whole bunch of it.
a whole
Right.
a whole squadron of these guys.
Oh.
Look, they look like this. They look like this, right?
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
They have all these sort of suckers down the front of them.
Oh yeah.
And I think they. I don't know. I shouldn't be doing this.
Maybe that's what she's got on her head when she turns around.
I think they were shape shifters.
Right. So this next frame is going to have her taking out a concealed pistol.
Yep. I think she'll just maybe I'll just go straight to the shot.
Yeah. Oh, you mean she's just whipped it out to save you doing 2 frames?
Yep.
And then just have an effect on her arm to denote a rapid rise and surprise.
Next week, I'm going to make sure I actually get to do some drawing before coming on PageBlast.
Oh, these are looking all right.
So that
I'm liking these.
So
these
I can
are looking
actually
great.
do them in good time and with a little bit more accuracy. That's pretty.
It's part of the challenge. It's part of the fun. You can always touch it up later.
She's pulled out a little. Is it a Derringer? I don't think they had those though, but a lady pistol of the time, of the time. These.
Yeah, what were they called? Let's look it up. Pocket pistol, palm pistol, baby Browning, mouse gun. A few names for it. Queen Anne pistol. Concealable flintlock known as the Queen Anne pistol. There you go.
Okay, right. Blam!
You can definitely do damage.
What the?
Mm-hmm. You got to remember, we've still got the underwater.
Oh yeah.
The underwater factor.
Not for. That's the location, right?
That is the location, but we haven't. we
haven't really got round
it's
to.
Not easy. Not
Really
easy with this real quick, tight frame.
With
tight
the world
time
building,
frame.
we haven't really done any world building here, but
I'm thinking that something's going to happen on page 3.
Mm-hmm. It is,
even though we still got to roll the dice for page 3 still.
Let's just put some light in here.
Do the light, yeah.
Because it's all looking a little. Because
that's where
flat.
it came from, yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
Our gunslinger came from left of frame there, so
yeah. So I'm just
going to give it some highlight.
Yeah, it's just looking a little bit flat here, and then on his.
Probably on the top of.
He'd have a bit of a rim light, wouldn't he? So.
Yep.
They can make that one. Go. I hope we're not unmuted. No, we're just checking. I just realised we could be completely
we weren't muted. Are we?
Oh, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay. Oh, this is looking okay now.
Yeah,
just doesn't it make a huge difference? I might just go through and just beautify a little.
Good enough, quick little once over touch.
I know. Which one is this one? That's that. Layers. quite so horrendous looking. Doesn't take much to just lift something like that.
It's certainly the old, when in doubt, just add violence. Nice. Definitely put a highlight in the window, in the stained glass.
Yes, it just makes him a priest more obviously, doesn't it?
Well, he really baffed her, didn't he?
He really
smashed her teeth out and everything.
Oh, jeez, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's what is that?
It's probably something she was wearing, like a jewelry, perhaps.
Yes, I wonder what it's all about.
Can make a little a sound effect bubble. Path.
That's
old school asterisk style.
Yep.
Bath, path, and all that stuff. Path, yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
all right. Next page. All right,
Yep.
so we're on this one, and one more frame.
Yeah. One more frame, which is Gunslinger being blown away.
Yep. I think I accidentally did that again. Okay, so all right. There's irony. There's always irony in romance, isn't there?
I guess so. And this one there is, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate challenge is going to be page 3. I can't wait for it, actually.
I'm not exactly sure how we're going to get through this, but
we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
And is this a romance yet? We've got...
Of course it is. This gunslinger is obviously an idiot. We don't know why she hasn't told him that her dad was a priest. And typical idiot comes in, blows away the guy that smacks her across the face, not knowing it's her dad, and
well, not that that's any
tragic.
excuse,
that's
but
just tragedy.
Violence.
He was in love with her, so he thought
right.
this was someone trying.
See, violence, and then responding with violence, and then she's responded with. It's a very violent place. It's a very violent time.
Well, it's obviously tragic. Yeah.
Yeah. So if no one hit anybody or shot anyone, it would have all worked out.
But exactly. Yeah.
But we wouldn't
if there were no injuries, and
yep.
Now we've got to still get this underwater location happening at some point. I'm still thinking it's a location of all things, and I can't get it out of my mind. It's going to be very interesting third page.
Well, I'm going to actually place it. I haven't actually saved. Yes, I have. I've saved it.
Yeah,
okay, so one more page.
Yep. And this is we're going to roll the dice again. This is going to be the toughest part right now. So page 3. We already have to somehow at some point establish that this is all that there's an underwater location that's the key thing to this, which we've completely ignored for the first couple of pages and put this inside a church instead. But let's roll this dice to see how much worse it's going to get.
Maybe
now.
They were baptized or something.
We could have not actually, if they're able to hold guns and shoot each other.
If we really thought about it and we'd really discussed it, we could have done this down by the river, and he could have been baptized and
true.
and then there could have been love at the river. Apologize
Yep.
to anyone who heard that and lives down by the river. Okay,
Sure.
for that
Dice.
accent.
D12.
All right,
Let's do
dice.
it.
It's going to be a
D12
D12
again, the same die we got.
I'm going to hold it up in the air. Oh, holding it up. Holding it.
Towards the middle. There we go. No, that's yeah.
Here it
still,
comes.
It'll land. It'll land at some stage. There we go. No? Yes?
That's a 1.
That's a 1. Oh no. Well, actually, this is going to work.
What does it say?
Bleak.
Bleak. Oh. Bleak is fine.
Bleak is fine. So we got out of that one. We got out of that one. That could have been so much worse.
It could, like what other choices did we have again?
Oh. We had a few that could have put us in a lot of trouble there, but I think we got around that.
I'm going to do a long.
Okay, so we've got to work out how we're going to get the.
I know
the third
exactly
place.
what's going to happen. I'm even
It's
going to draw
bleak.
the flam.
Yeah, it's bleak, and there's an underwater. See, this could be her burying both of them, or just dumping him in the.
Don't give away the end. Oh.
Or.
What she is in the. Okay, I'm going to do a long one here.
Okay.
Horse, of course. Oh dear. We need a boomtish.
We've got a few meanings for bleak, so it could be a cold and miserable third act now. Or the place could be very barren, very very dead.
Yes. Now we did see a romance film that was set underwater recently. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw it. It was much loved, but I was disappointed. And it was The Shape of Water.
Oh, The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen it, I confess. I've been very slack with movies for a while. And I shouldn't be, but I just have been.
Yeah.
Although these are things that I plan to catch up on, but that's one of the movies I'd like to catch up on, that's for sure. Because I love Guillermo del Toro. He's a legend. Another legend.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's the one that won him the big award.
I'm not exactly sure why, though. Compared to Pan's Labyrinth, which was a good one, that was I think that was a much better movie.
Pan's Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Than
it was a beautiful
Shape of Water. I thought The Shape of Water was not as good. Okay, so that's not really reading, so I'm going to change it to this. I'm going to put her on horse like this.
She's going to be dragging them behind the horse?
Yeah, I'm going to put them on a cart.
Ah, a cart.
Cart. This, I don't know. I really don't know this stuff. I should look at reference. Do we have time for reference on this particular?
Sure. We can get away with just a bit. Very quickly. Otherwise, yeah, it's all good. I think the wheels are still under the cart, and as in they're lower than the cart, obviously. And it's just really a tray type. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
And I'll just have to. We'll just have to guess that the bodies are inside there.
There's many different types of carts. There's the ones that just look like sticks holding hay, but this is good. You can have their arms sticking out or something. We don't have to see it in this frame anyway, in this particular cell. Nice lake up ahead.
Yes, we've got the water. We've got the water coming up. She's gonna take, like you say, she's gonna take the bodies to the water, dump them in the water. It's not much of a romance though, but
it's pretty bleak.
It is bleak.
It's bleak. It's a bleak third page.
We've got a gunslinger. We've got a priest. We got a lot of these ingredients. It doesn't look like a lake just yet, or a river.
Get a bit of wavy lines, perhaps. Would that do it? Or more? Or there'd need to be some kind of dip in the land, perhaps.
Dip, 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 dip. It's going to have a...
Great idea. Moonlight. Perfect, of course. Excellent shadings there.
Okay, so we're getting close to the end now.
We are. Not too bad the time.
Good.
It's been a reasonable blast so far.
Okay. So
you gotta empty them.
Empty them into the water.
Yeah.
That's actually logistically not as easy as all that. I know. There's a pier.
Yeah.
There's a pier.
There is. Unless you could drag them in, but it's better to drop them off a pier, isn't it? Because it's deeper.
Okay, so splashed into the water. We'll forget. We won't get bogged down in how it's going in the water, but bodies into the water, splash. I'll make the feet point that way, then it looks more like they're not doing it on purpose. And she's looking down on them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how she did that. She's one tough lady. Throwing bodies into the water like that. Because maybe she's supernatural. That wasn't part of the brief. Okay.
So that's the first body, or I guess we just assume both bodies. Now we need to see them underwater.
Yeah. In fact, we've got so little time to do this that I might have to this is a bit of a worry. This frame, I think I could have done this more economically, and I think I'll have to change that frame.
All right.
Because there's something that needs to happen here. So, bodies into the river. I'm going to go for a long, wide shot again. And geez, maybe actually going to push them into off the end of the pier. Sorry, B-man.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, this is good. I was just thinking, yeah, the pier would be a better idea. So she could probably just lift the tray of the cart, and they both just fall in.
Yes, I did think of that. I'm wondering if that would. Here we go. I know how to do it. She's had her arms around the shoulders, and she's dumping the body in like that. And
okay.
All right. So we just need to show a bit more of the landscape here than what I had done, because looking like body falling in the water. No, it's still not doing it. Okay, right, there we go.
Nice.
Okay. I'll put the hat on this guy.
So we know that's the cowboy.
Yep, that's the cowboy. Now, I think here comes the shock frame. All right, it's this middle one. This is going to help us with the story. I said it was was it a happy ending or a bleak ending?
It's a bleak ending. This is a bleak page.
Okay.
It's pretty bleak.
Size this. I might zoom in. Important to get this right. Okay.
So closing in on her expression.
It's funny because we got the gunslinger period of time. It actually helps with the whole romance thing, because immediately we've got a romantic time in our modern eyes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
To us, this costume, us modern timers, this costume is romantic in its sort of notion. We've romanticized this. Okay, so I've got to draw this right.
Oh, you're not, are you?
What do you mean?
Of course you are.
Of course I am.
Well, it's bleak. It certainly is.
That's the wrong way round.
Well and truly beyond bleak now.
I've got... Which way does the hand go? Oh my god. I'm getting all dyslexic and weird. Okay, so I've got... That is right.
That's right. It's...
What the... Okay.
I'll use the term right so loosely.
Oh, she's got just a little gun, doesn't she? That's right. Or she could be using the gun. The gunslingers. Yeah, the gunslinger's big gun. Okay. That's better. Just ridiculous angle I was trying to get here.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's it's kind of.
So, the underwater factor, it's
it's all three of them underwater.
It's
unless it just goes click, she's out of bullets, and it's just them two underwater.
And now I'll go back to the view here, and we've got one more frame, and I think that's gonna be our
finale frame.
There was no real evidence in any of this that there was any love between any of these characters. So I can see that viewing this upon a first time, we might have a fail on our hands.
There's an assumption. I would call page 1 a gunslinger walking in and blowing away a priest who just smacked a woman across the face.
Mm-hmm.
That there's just a little assumption, but not enough, obviously.
We
tried. This is what the whole page blasting is all about. We tried, and it's not the best, but I tell you what, we've got something to work off if we ever wanted to extend such a thing. That's the main importance here.
That's right. We're attempting our best to tell a story in 3 pages with a dice. Much like they do in Hollywood when they're making movies.
They're brainstorming around
when they're making movies about romances. In Auschwitz. Yeah. They just, that's how they do it. I mean, anyone who doesn't know that is deluded. It's all. I mean, you and I've both worked in these professional situations, and that's. We've seen it. That's how they do it. That's how the best writers work, with a dice. Then they'll tell everyone that they have writer's block, and it's all very difficult and tricky, and how much they concentrate. But yeah, it's just dice. How they do it. Yeah, that's it.
Certainly is a gamble. That's for sure.
You saw the last Star Wars movie. That was all by dice.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of the rare ones where they didn't use a dice. That's.
I didn't hate it that much.
Really? I liked the parts of it that I liked, but the parts of it that lots of people didn't like. But I'm not talking about this casino. That was awful. All that, but the concept of them throwing away all the past, I quite like that idea, but I don't know why they didn't just go through with it. When the Darth Vader-y character, Kylo Ren, suggested, hey, let's just blow this taco joint and, and make our own deal, I really don't know why she didn't go for it. It sounded like a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would have been a great... Well, we haven't seen the third one yet, have we? That's only a couple of months away.
That's true.
Or is it? I don't know when it's on, actually. Have they? I haven't even really seen it. I mean, I've been trying to avoid the trailers, obviously. I like seeing these movies without a single clue of what the hell's about to happen, even on a teasing level. But we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
there's fish.
There's
fish.
Did it actually look like fish? I'm not really sure.
I think a small school of piranhas, actually, but yeah.
That's what they are. Of course.
Yep. It's bleak. You want to go bleak? We got bleak. That's what the dice said. The dice said bleak.
We have fulfilled the requirements of the dice.
We have. Well done, Yog.
Does that read as underwater?
That reads as underwater. The bubbles, you got the bubbles happening from her.
Yeah.
She's the last to breathe, really.
I'll just do one.
It's so bleak. It's so dark. It's romance. And you did manage to nail the underwater thing, which is great.
We had the underwater romance. See, that's where it's actually happened.
Well, we also haven't made the rule that we can't carry over a location. We obviously did that tonight.
Well, what if we get it next week? That's the worry.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find another way to use it. It's
going to be just like the Atlantis saga, isn't it?
Mate, great work. Let's save this. And it's another one for the archive.
All right. Well, D-Man, that's another PageBlast. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for suggestions.
Thanks for watching. We'll try again next week.
We'll see you next week. And that's it. We're out.
Goodbye.
Bye.